That's the challenge that faces us all, is can we go through the hard times without getting a hard heart? Because you don't hear this phrase used much unless outside the you know battlefield. But this idea of dying from your wounds, it's amazing the number of people that you can see that the things that happened to them, they weren't able to recover from them. They weren't able to get better from them. And they slowly have been consumed. And maybe it's 40 years later, maybe it's 50 years later, maybe it's 10 years later, but they're dying of their wounds. So the challenge for us all is to not die of our wounds, to not let our heart become hard because hard things happen to us, to keep our heart soft and to keep our sweetness intact, even though terrible, awful things have happened. Terrible things have happened to me, I'm sure terrible things have happened to you as well. And it's like, well, am I going to just let that destroy me, cover me over completely? Or am I going to make it my business to keep my sweet nature, to keep who I am intact, and to maintain that? And if you can do that, it's a really miraculous thing. Like if you ever meet an old person who is very sweet and soft on the inside, that's a beautiful thing, because they've come through the hard times, they've transformed their pain, or they've got beyond their pain, or they haven't let it make them hard. And it's a lovely thing to see. I mean, I love babies and I love the innocence of babies, but I don't think babies are really innocent. I think they're really naive because nothing's happened to them. Whereas an old person who has reclaimed their innocence, that's very beautiful, because they've had the terrible things happen, and they've made it their business to not let their heart get hard and to not let themselves die from their wounds, to heal from their wounds. It's a beautiful thing, and I think it's something to, it doesn't happen by accident. You have to work at it. You have to be conscious of it. You have to consciously go, no, that's not going to happen to me. And you have to make sure that you don't die of your wounds and you don't get a hard heart. Because I know you're a soft-hearted creature just like me. We all are on the inside. And it's just a matter of finding it under there. And it's not easy, but it's so worth doing.